Hello everyone and welcome back to Rogue Trader. In the previous episode we returned to our home planet to clarify the Versarian family of charges, and we managed to do that with some difficulties. And now we will return to the ship and start pursuing Heinrix quest, because we wanted to do that first and we ended up doing Idira's and Abelard's first. But it is what it is. I think we will do these character quests, then we explore a little bit more, because we have a few places we haven't been, and then we will continue with the main quest. At least that's the plan. Now this is a long run. Just checking if there is no more cargo here. And Iriat quest is still active. We should also check if there is some things we could do about it. And I think we should talk Abelard about this whole trial thing, and we also should talk to Pascal. Yes. How does this Holman thing going on? And he was discipled because we have another tech priest. We have now two other tech priests on the bridge. One came here for Nomos, and we might also be able to speak with Nomos. But first, Blood.
Lord Captain, allow me to express my gratitude once again for your assistance. If it weren't for your intervention, my entire family could have been executed on false charges. I could have lost them all. I never imagined the Versarians would be so vulnerable while I serve as seneschal to the Lord Captain himself, far from home.
I still cannot remember the pronunciation of their name.
To tell you the truth, Lord Captain, this whole situation has got me thinking. As patriarch of the Versarian family, I have a responsibility to my bloodline. Yes, it is my duty to serve as seneschal to the Rogue Trader, and I have no intention of relinquishing that role if you find my service as satisfactory as did Lady Theodora. However, if I could be more involved in my family's affairs and still serve the von Valancius dynasty.
Well, let's ask him. What do you want? Tell me plainly.
Under Lady Theodora, I served as steward of the Trade Protectorate on more than one occasion. In that capacity, I was based on Dargonus, rather than traveling with the Rogue Trader on the flagship. If it would be possible, after the immediate need for my presence is over, I would like to return to that position. To oversee the Trade Protectorate on the capital world, while at the same time presiding over the Versarian family and using my authority to help elevate it.
I understand your desire. Traditions and always must change. I will allow you to return to Darkness after the immediate crisis and the expense of death.
Thank you, Lord Captain. Under my watch, the Trade Protectorate will remain safe and prosper in service to you.
And that's also assuming that we will all still alive.
Well then, Lord Captain, it is time I return to my duties. Is there anything else I can do for you?
No, nothing else.
Lord Captain.
Okay, now let's check on the others. How about checking on Nomos and Asclepius? Machine gun on the initiative. Okay, we cannot but we can speak with Nomos. Asclepius is the massive figure of the Vatek. Asclepius is frozen before the cogitator in a praying pose. Without raising his head, he addresses you. I salute the ruler of this ship. You were in a servitor's body at my Magnias Tessio Nomos. How is that you are once again in a cogitator? Nomos are not in a cogitator or in a servitor. We cannot say where we are, but our existence is tied to the existence of the ship. The servitor and the cogitator are only external interfaces, shells like humans and their bodies. Bodies are not merely shells. No, they are shells. The rasping voice sounds adamant. A human's existence is more than the existence of its shell. This is obvious to us. There are always something more, something that simmers and shines, for which the dark light and wicked hunger are always reaching. So you really are the spirit of the ship. Almost is silent for a long time as to mooning over your words. We do not know what we are. But the ship is not us. The ship is our cradle. We may rise from it one day. We would like that. And became a titan. Enough about that for now. I see you have found your great spirit, Asclepius. I have found a miracle, and on the end of my worldly road, I have never seen and never will see anything more meaningful than the spirit of Nomos. In the face of this multitude, we are all nothing but the fixed values of an erroneous function. You read the databank recovered from Theodora's cache, and then you said the incident marked the beginning of Nomos. What did you mean by that? Yes, Nomos, remember, you brought us data sustenance and it contained a name, Epipha. We recognized it. No, not like that. In that name you recognize the place where Nomos originated. Nomos suddenly falls silent. Symbols race chaotically across the screens of the huge cogitator, and you hear almost a human groan from the depths of the machine. Nomos understand, realize, comprehend themselves. For a moment there is silence, broken only by the moans of the huge machine, and the cyber guide begins to speak, and with it the other servitors chosen by Nomos. We have analyzed the data with which you sated us, and we have recreated the sequence of events. Oh, that's interesting. First there was Epipha. Sorry. Is a word, but is merely a case, a container for something we cannot name and cannot understand. Theodora and this ship have been to that place. Something was lifted upon the world, a gift. A trusted priest in Crimson, one who identified himself as Amaranth, comprehending the gift raised from Capital. And from it he created what the databanks list as Stag Blight. But that is not how Nomos came into being. We were not invented. We were not freed. We came into being by accident. The course of servitors suddenly genuinely confused, almost desperate. Theodora's ambition, the mirrored mechanism of the huge ship. Amaranth's mind, the inquisitive attempts to comprehend and extract. The dormant blight, dormant epiphat, what lies hidden in its depth, and between it he slipped in, connected, and emerged like an electrical discharge between the poles. Accident, incident. This is what we are. We have no purpose, no history, Nomos just are. Do you know where this epiphat is? That data is gone, deleted, erased, deliberately, but we cannot trace who did it or why. Tech blight. A gift, but a terrible one. You would call it a weapon. Theodora coveted it. He needed it desperately, but we do not know why. she needed against the Necrons. Oh boy. It was in the trailer, and if you familiar with the lore, you pick up small snippets of Necrons, and because there's nothing. Maybe the cult of the Final Dawn behind them is some kind of Necron thing, but behind the Final Code there are Chaos Space Marines, and they are a bit more clever, and they should recognize Necrons. How is Amaranth involved in this? He desires knowledge. Theodora allowed him to explore the gifts of Epipath, slaking his thirst. But we know it did not bring him happiness. In the footprints of his slaked thirst, fear followed. The blessed Amarnath was involved in the birth of the spirit named Nomos. I do not believe for a moment that he could have been frightened by this miracle. It was not us he feared. He did not know us, but only suspected. His mental processes were occupied by the tag blight. That was what he feared. He wanted protection from it. The ship was on Epitaph. Amaranth traveled aboard it, investigating the tag blight, and Nomos was born as a result of an incident. So how was it possible that no one in the crew knew about the whole truth? The truth was hidden deliberately. Your officers' memories were stolen. All the cogitators' memory banks were wiped. It took you feeding us the truth bit by bit for us to piece it together and understand. Who has the resources, the knowledge, and the power to accomplish such a feat? It would have been beyond the capabilities of the blessed Amaranth himself, and he would never destroy knowledge. This story disturbs me. It sounds like an echo of a sacrilege whose name is the preservation of ignorance. The spirit of Nomos must be protected from the encroachments of that power that try to conceal the truth of its birth. Enough about the past, let us talk about the future. You do, in fact, have a purpose, Nomos. Guide us, what is our purpose? To serve the light and truth and greatness that is the Imperium. That's the more iconoclast. To simply live comprehending yourself in the world. Life does not need a purpose to justify itself. To simply live. The course of servitors dutifully repeats your words, but seemingly without understanding them. Nomos is preoccupied. The huge cogitator continues to sting its creaking song, running unknown calculations. Blessed be this spirit, a great path and a great future lie before it, and we must assist it on its way. Sayura's gaze tracks you as you walk away from the cogitator. Okay, that was an interesting conversation. Now let's check on Pascal.
The Omniscient knows all, comprehends all.
Have you studied Dement's neural augmentic yet?
I have destroyed it.
A slight telltale rattle in Pascal's voice makes him sound unconvincing. You're lying.
This statement is true. I am yet to settle into a definitive course of action. I am running a spot diagnostic on the memory of the heretic Demens, even though purity protocols stipulate that his blasphemous knowledge must be eradicated. I am not drawn toward forbidden information, but only to data concerning the blessed Amanas.
Have you found anything?
The success has been partial. Demens Heinrich's identity has been confirmed. The widespread influence of paranoid motivations is observable in his cognitive processes, which is what seems to have caused him to break his vows. However, extensive regions of his memory have been damaged by forbidden technologies and are, for now, defying decryption. My study of the minds of the tech comrades, Abel, Tarsus, and Demence, has revealed an anomalous similarity between the patterns of damage their memories sustained. What I attributed to cognitive idiosyncrasies, synaptic damage, and the distortive action of scrap code may be the result of a different kind of influence. The undecryptable data fragments in their memory arrays are mysteriously symmetrical.
What corrupted Demence?
An echo of the warp. Energies of the immaterium that had seeped into real space and taken the shape of a Vox signal. I have found recorded cases of similarly induced corruption in the archive. Listening to the void is a perilous occupation.
Wow, that's a very cool idea. I never heard of anything like that in 40k, but I like the idea. But you did want to know what you any information on Ashmazos Moran?
The data discovered is unreadable. It is encrypted, albeit only partially, and I hypothesize that the heretic Demence was attempting to decrypt it. I will take every effort to extract a larger volume of data. Information pointing to the unit referred to as the Maimed Hunter is alleged to be of critical significance.
But you did want to know what he knew. You were interested.
The quest for knowledge is our mission of highest priority. But what Demence promised was not knowledge, but a distorted copy of it. This was not what the Deus Mechanicus had told us to seek.
Does it ever occur to you that all these events may be part of Amaran's plan?
That is a valid hypothesis, but not a very likely one. Its truth value is irrelevant, as it does not contradict the necessity of establishing the fate of Archmagus Amanat.
Good point. But fear knowledge even as you extol it.
Whether knowledge can be profane is the grand question. Lay people find comfort in the delusion that knowledge is merely information, that in and of itself it is harmless, and only turns dangerous when it falls into the hands of the wicked. My apologies. 90% of my processing power is engaged in the analysis of my tech comrade's memory. My response time may be longer than usual.
But that's not what I have seen. I have seen knowledge known away at the minds of those that inside. But I seek it regardless. Why? Perhaps because there really is no space in knowledge. It is dangerous, yes, but not forbidden. Or it was created by the Omnis. No, I don't want to do that. Not all knowledge comes from the Omniscient. Some is rooted in evil and is nothing but a threat to humanity.
There is a threat in everything. A lasgun once exploded in its owner's hands for the first time. A cyclonic torpedo once fell on a virtuous world for the first time. Heresy was once uttered in the sacred binaric language for the first time. No thing of great power is ever safe. But not all that is dangerous is evil. Few will dare say it in so many words. But some of our knowledge was obtained from corrupted sources. By studying the creations of Xenos, we grasp profound secrets of the universe that they had discovered and we had not. By pondering heresies, we devised technological solutions to exterminate them. We drew knowledge from a poisoned well, filtered it, and attained comprehension.
I like his reasoning, pretty much. The airspace lowers his head pensively, the mechatron is slowed down smoothly, and the steely overcoat disappears from Pascal's voice. Continue your research.
Response affirmative. The decryption will continue with diligence and caution. May your labors be effective and fruitful.
Okay. We did that. Maybe talk to Idira for a moment. Idira, how are you? Not regretting your decisions, are you? Well, let's start with this. Have you discovered anything more about the door from your visions?
No, Lord Captain, not a thing. And I'm wandering from bay to bay, scaring the crew. But don't worry, I'm sure that as soon as we get close, well, there'll be no mistaking it.
Okay, that's this for a previous thing. Idira, how are you? Not regretting your decision, are you?
Never been better, Lord Captain. No joke. As soon as I stopped fearing for my life, even the voices in my head quieted down. But don't get me wrong, they will come back. And one day I'll find myself in a situation I can't get out of. But for now, I'm fine. And it's all thanks to you. You know, I think it's pretty ironic that my gift lets me see the future, when thinking about the future is the thing I'll do anything to avoid. Substances of all kinds, jokes, stories about their good old days. I hide under them all like a blanket. As long as I don't poke my head out, everything will be okay. At least, that's what I thought. But I'm tired of living other people's stories. I want to tell my own. I don't know when or how mine will come to an end, but I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that somebody someday tells at least one decent story about Adira Tlas. And I can't think of a better way to do that than by standing shoulder to shoulder with you.
One story, don't sell yourself short. You and I have already had enough adventures to feel at home.
Then what are we waiting for? Get a scribe in here! We need to get all this down before we forget. But we have to make me more heroic and powerful so that I come out looking the best next to your other companions. What do you reckon? How many wastrels have we slaughtered? 1 million? Stuff that. Let's make it 2. Of course. Always at your service. Whenever you need me.
It was a nice chat, and let's try to speak real.
Elantak, I trust your journeys were fruitful.
And that's J.
You are spoiling me with the splendor of your presence again, Sherry. Have you decided to treat your soul to the fruits of my eloquence? Or do you wish to discuss business with the newly appointed owner of a Mercatum Tabula Officiale? Oh, I have no doubt you will.
Okay, I think that is everything. Now check the journal and Companion's quest. I think that one of the first moments showed other ships being consumed by a golden blaze somewhere in the canvas of West. Maybe we can visit that again. Ah, outcast duty. Oh, we are what is not finished about it. The captain is facing a difficult choice to help the Eldar per Iliad's request or to side with the fellow rogue trader. But there is a third path, to act as a mediator between the opposing side and attempt to resolve the conflict with as little bloodshed as possible. He already did that. Gartrafal's Calamity. Let's go to that system. There it is. And let's go. Let's risk the deadly route. Walker has split open the storage decks and a whole pack of demons has burst through. Creatures of all forms and modalities, but all of them equally vassals in brutal. The crew is stuck with terror, praying for the Lord Captain's wisdom. The Rogue Trader and his retinue, where should we go and face this company of bones? That's the party. Okay, let's go. I wonder what kind of demons we will see here. I think we have seen all the Chaos God's demons.
I'm not injured. I'm enraged.
What?
My reckoning will be swift.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
What's happening? With us when we can.
My faith shields me.
What the hell is happening with them?
Is there money to be made?
These ruby flashes are choking me. It's nothing.
Fate and fortune favor the bold. I'll see to it personally. Your heresy ends here.
Brace yourself, Amelina!
Yeah, goes there, and she's... Oh, these... What? What are these? There are a couple of pink horrors here. Manifestor. Kill these things. Can we target? No, we cannot target those things. That's nice. Let's
This tedium is beneath me.
use that. Let's put an opening on the pink wall and shoot them through.
If I must. I feel death in my hands. No weakness is hidden from my sight.
And let's
If it serves your cause.
target that one. Let's do a reckless strike. Under hammer.
Target well struck. It will be done.
Okay, finish the
I will do my
stance.
duty.
Okay, that's a good one. Let's do the piercing thing. And we can do that as well. Wait a minute, we can do that. Yeah, that's better.
Successfully terminated. Running binary override.
Let's make Argent move next. And she can only shoot from here. Now let's make a single attack. Now let's finish the blue hole.
Eradicated.
And she can gun and run. We have a pink hole. Let's
God,
move.
Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my
We
heart.
can only have one shot.
As the Emperor commands.
Okay, let's don't move there. Well, but if we move there, I think we can do that. Yes. Let's see if anybody else down there.
If I may.
Protect Abelard a little bit better.
High momentum.
Wow, okay.
Power resides in the will of the righteous.
And how about moving up? You know what? Let's shower those with bullets first.
Faith without
Run and
deeds
gun.
is worthless.
We are remaining in place.
Doubt is for the weak.
And we can do right
As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it. Faith without deeds is worthless.
Yeah, let's put a grenade
I'll do
there
it.
as well.
High momentum.
Who if not me? I'll make it happen. On it. This as good as done. Your end was inevitable.
What was that?
Cleanses the body.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Nice. If you go there,
I
I
move
think
swiftly to strike.
you can strike both blue horrors. Indeed. Let's do this. And finish that one.
Another soul slips beyond the veil. I am not your Xenos pet monkey.
Allowed. Let's finish this guy.
I took care of this one.
And charge that one.
It will
Let's
be
do
done.
that.
No matter the cost.
Okay, use the breach. Step there.
Effectively sound approach.
And now
At
can
your
do
beck
that.
and call.
you can do that again.
It will be done. I will do my duty.
So move ahead.
My vow is to serve.
More nice.
Quest approved.
Okay. Good.
Request approved.
Oh, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do that, but oh, Pascal can end the
I'll show
fight.
you why navigators are feared.
Let's take off or take out the blue horror first. Need one more for him, yes.
Running binary. High momentum.
And two blue horrors. And that will be it.
Request approved. High momentum. Running binary. Wish you
mission's
My
over.
ears.
Okay, now it went easier than I suspected. But let's not tempt fate, because that could be a famous last word. Let's chart new routes. Let's visit the system. Unknown ships. Let's go there first. Let's scan it. Prometheum 7. We have these extractum. Let's put Prometheum right there. The surface of the star shimmers with a myriad of hues. The dance of colors fascinates any who dare glance at it. The playful color patterns appear on the vessel's ovals in a wide variety of spectra, from infrared to ultraviolet. Every voiceman knows that such emissions are dangerous to organic matter, and Master Helmsman asked the crew to resist the desire to admire the star. Not everyone managed to follow this advice, and some crew members suffer from nausea and headaches. Let's order the shutters of the bridge panoramic view closed. Wow, it has colors. I haven't noticed yet. Let's scan this. Just an empty world. And let's check on the... Exactly. Okay. Grenades. Now let's check what else we can. Holy Defenders. We need this one. Rubicle. Characters in the Holy Man feature. Image for 2 turns. 20 temporary wounds by character uses their original. Let's start that project. Shelter. Forbidden Planet. No, where is the Thunderhammer? Need the project must be complete in the colony bastion. The competency must be 7 or higher. Competency is 3. We have to find something that improves the competency. Freezing the tire. Absolutely, when it may be indulging to the construction of floating palaces filled with helpful serfs and exquisite pleasures. Let's do that. Oh, and they are small trombones. I haven't noticed that. That's just fun. Let's start that one. Here. What is the list of the outcasts? Play character gains the Master of Shadowy expands feature. Triggers Pastor Fellowship and Willpower. Raider base. No, we don't do that, and we don't do that. So let's... This is for the outcasts. Sky barrier. Yeah, we kind of want that. Sky barrier. And I think that's what we cannot do, the holy ammunition. Lord Captain, the Rubicle's great sculpting is underway. Boston is being transferred right before our eyes into a fertile world with lush groves and clean water. However, there is evidence that the cubicle has also created humans. From the mouth of the relic came several thousand people who, speaking an archaic form of Low Gothic, demanded to be given an orders. They cultivate land, build houses and production facilities with obedience, and in general were a remarkable range of skills and knowledge. However, it seems that these people completely lack their own free will, and for this the monks have named them touched. The text priests who serve the cubicle came upon writing vats built into the relic. The machine is constantly growing new touched within them. There is a split among the believers, though many call it a miracle sent by the Emperor himself and want to quickly put the touch to work. Part of the population is frightened by these soulless creatures born from the ancient machine. They demand that the planet's learned men intervene in the great sculpting and find a way to stop the production of the touch. What think my officers? How dangerous are these touched? They do not appear to pose a threat. The autopsy of several specimens have shown that they are physically identical to ordinary humans. No traces of corruption or xenotampering were found either. However, the obedience is a double-edged sword. They obey any orders without knowing or caring who gives them, and thus nothing prevents a cunning intruder from bending them to their will, creating an army of obedient slaves or spies at their disposal. The servants of the Omnissiah have proposed a preemptive measure against this threat, subject the touch to servitude imperipitus and inhibit them with binary vows of obedience. What think my officers and advisors? They were born by the relic of Saint Cognitius, which means they please the Emperor. We have to remind people of it, arrange a public ceremony of tonsure to initiate the touch into the Order of the Hammer, and a service dedicated to reading parables about the acts of Saint Cognitius and his followers. Well, I wouldn't consider that as a wise choice, but if that has some effect on the warp and that can protect the planet, then it would be okay. Lack of registering a high probability of manufacturing failure within the cubicle sacred processes. It is recommended to dispose of the finished batch of units and halt production of new ones. The algorithm of the great sculpting requires further examination. Oscar, you have my permission to study Kurbiko's algorithms. Dispose of the touch. That's the... Well, we're ending lives, but they are barely above servitors. And yes, they could pose a threat, but we can learn something about them. So let's choose this one. The knowledge will be extracted by any means necessary. The touch did not try to defend themselves or to resist in any way. They have accepted that in much the same way they lived life, quietly and obediently. The unrest among the citizens has simmered and the great sculpting has continued as before, but the development rates of fertile land have noticeably declined without the touch. The tax priest investigation uncovered a number of defects in the operation of the birthing vats within the cubicle. It was these defects that caused such strange obedience within the touched. The proposition of making improvements to a sacred relic filled the tax priest with the most profound dread, and thus Foston was left without its taciturn workers. However, the priceless knowledge extracted by the servants of the Omnissiah was a great reward in and of itself. Okay, and we needed this for the reliquary. and it is started. Lord Captain, oh, it is finished already. Lord Captain, the situation on Falston requires your attention. One of the servants tasked with the cubicle's maintenance has declared publicly that he has been liberated of all worldly concerns, for he is none other than the reincarnation of Saint Cognatius. There are some extremely questionable reports claiming that he has performed miracles. Supported by a congregation garnered by preaching, he has asked for your lordship permission to depart from Falston with the cubicle in tow so that he may continue Saint Cognatius' work and use the relic to transform worlds once true to the fate of the Imperium into lush, splendorous gardens. It goes without saying that such a generous gift to the Corvus Expand could bring great renown to your lordship, but at a heavy cost. Falston would turn back into a wasteland, and you would lose the prestige that comes with having charge over such a valuable relic. What do we know about this so-called Saint Cognatius reincarnate? I have a guess. He would say not much. Tibor Heike, a technomat from Footfall. He now prefers to be called Brother Pure Voice, an unremarkable commoner with no family, gaunt, unkempt, covered in scabs from working the cubicle. He became obsessed with it from the day it was discovered. He never left his maintenance post, never rested, barely ever slept, fasting and living off stimulants and condensate from the relic's cooling circuit. Then he started having revelations and eventually saw the truth, or he went completely insane. His sermons are directed at commoners, appealing for them for humanity and mercy. He often speaks about his former life as a saint, and many of these tales match known legends about Saint Cognatius. No anarchical conclusions or radical deviations from the creed have been found in his words yet. I wish to hear the opinions of my advisors. I have an ample experience with saintly saviors like him in the past. Whatever great cause they proclaim as their mission, they genuinely naively believe that people really do need them. If we round up enough orphans and lepers who would trip over themselves to beg on or profit for salvation, we will soon forget all about the cubicle and his holy mission. I know a few guilds of professional beggars who would be delighted to offer their services to us. False prophets in the streets and common occurrences. Their sermons breed turmoil, riots, and acts of disobedience. The Inquisition recommends that such unstable agents be isolated and quietly removed. The Archenemy's lies take on many guises, but the Emperor's miracles are 100-fold stronger. On more than few occasions, he has bestowed epiphanies upon the faithful, even those of the humblest origin. I myself bear the name of a poor orphan who was granted miraculous powers by his grace. So give me time and I will find you the most loyal agents to escort Brother Pure Voice on his travels. They will keep him safe if he is pure, or punish him should they sense deceit in his words. But I have the feeling that his rebirth is a true wonder. Well, if he is truly rebirthed, we can't hold him on this planet. That's the thing. Let's go with Argento, because she said he will find agents who can watch him. And if he turns out to be something else, then they will execute him. I'm sure of that. Argento provides the saint with an escort that will accompany him and the cubicle on his mission. I get to it immediately. I will choose the best people for this task. The most devoted. Having loaded the cubicle onto a requisitioned void ship, the voice prophet gathered up his flock and set out for distant worlds to spread his word. The spiritual authority of the Order of the Hammer suffered as a result, and the loss of the cubicle sowed substantial unrest among the populace. Before departing, the preacher expressed his appreciation by sending the Lord Captain a gift, a relic that according to his own claims had once belonged to his previous incarnation. The stand guards selected by Sister Agenta Vigilante provide protection for the Prophet, ensuring that his thoughts remain pure. And that's the gift. Okay, now we can build things here casually. Let's do that because we cannot do anything else here. Janus, we are let's build a great fire. Oh, that's just in itself will worth it. Building, we haven't built anything yet. And we can do the holy ammunition, we established that. Okay. So power of plasma. What did I provide along with average acceleration and working? Now let's... Oh, we need a reputation with the explorators for this. Well, oh, we need this. We need the reputation with the Imperial Navy. So let's do that. Okay. Everything is done, and now we will enter a space fight or space battle. So we better save. Just to be safe. Ah, and I think we should go for some shopping after this battle. Because our profit factor is so high that we can buy a lot of things now. It only depends on the reputation.
Let's make them regret ever crossing our
Alas,
path.
the Dark Elder have blocked some of your flagship posts using an unknown Xenos pub. You regain control of these posts in several rounds. But there's only 3 of them.
Coordinates set.
Maybe this will help. No, it's not enough. Then let's release some
Keep up the
torpedoes.
pressure.
Wow, okay, I haven't seen that. We need to deal with this one, and fast. Okay, the torpedo can hit it. So let's do that.
Macro cannons, open fire! Torpedoes away!
What? Let's
All
do
hands
that.
prepare for acceleration!
And try to hurl. That ship.
Fire at will! With the force of a supernova.
Nice shot. Oh, he might be staying in torpedo range. And we have to restore the shield. Shield in the back is... No, we cannot reach it with torpedo, but we can reach this one. Let's just blow up. Let's maneuver there.
Let them taste our fury! Fire at will.
Reload the cannons.
Salvo!
And restarting shields. And release some
Let the
torpedoes.
void sort them out!
He's out of position. We still have some shield. That's great. Okay, I hope our escort ship will take care of that.
Helmsman, take us in. Lance battery, volley! With the force of a supernova!
Finish him.
Time to reap the spoils of the battle.
Now let's upgrade the ship and then we can go for shopping. ship first. Oh, we have to change that. Okay. Five melta torpedoes. Well, that's 120 damage. And that's just 135 damage. Let's put that in there because that is more damage. Repair the hull. And we can still upgrade it. Let's upgrade it. Ultimate post Imperial Storm. The flagship makes 7 attacks, each of which targets randomly in an 8 surrounding range. Can be used once per round. That will be great against fighters and bombers. The shield to disrupt the enemy's defenses. If the enemy has shields, they are moved to the opposite side. If the enemy has a hollow field, it loses several of its charges. This overload reflection shields. Let's do this for better maneuvering. Okay, let's go back to the bridge and shop a few things. But we have to remember, we have to keep the holy relics because there was an encounter. I'm hoping we can repeat that, which would need holy relics. Plus shipping and transportation of some goods. Let's check what we can buy from the Casbali Commission. Ward Expandant. Wear against plus 5 IP each time their abilities affect an ally. This effect remains until the end of the combat. Stacks. Thank you for that. Warp Surge. In the first round of combat, the wearer gains a number of additional attacks equal to their C rating. Laughing God's Pendant. The wearer gains the dance mechanic, but it dashes in a straight line for up to. Okay, we have another bug here. Slayer's Delight. The bearer performs a single target attack with a two-handed melee weapon. The attack deals. But that's okay. We cannot put that on Abelard. Inquisitor on Badge of Office. The wearer automatically passes any coercion tests. More piercing ammo. The wielder's single shots and deadeye shots reduce the target's deflection by damage dealt. That's a powerful one. And we don't even have the profit factor for that. Wow. But let's check on the explorator. Increases the player's chance to hit targets at a range 10 further 20%. The bear gains an additional +1 AP for each consecutive turn that the bear has not spent movement points. That's a good one. But let's see if in the far side of these things have something. Reason for respond against ranged attacks. We need heavy armor for that. We have a better axe now. Skittery ranger armor. That would be very good for Pascal. Let's start increase with the explorators, but that's pretty far ahead. Maybe we should stick with the Kazbolika mission. But I don't see any. But there are a few interesting trinkets here. It's heretical. This is. This is a useful trinket, but we are halfway there. And how much needed for the exploration to get that armor for Pascal? Field emitter. Wielder gains 3 charges of hollow field at the start of turn. Whenever the wielder suffers damage, 1 charge of the hollow field is removed to prevent this damage. If there are no charges left, the damage isn't prevented and the wielder becomes staggered until the end of combat. And I don't want to purchase it, I want to know what the staggered effect means. Wow. And that bolter for Argenta. You know what? Let's increase the reputation with them. We need 1 holy gifts to remain. Let's acquire that. And let's use that immediately. Yeah, let's use on the reload. Instead the reload. And now we can go down to the world and check on the missing Inquisitorial agent. We go to the excavation site. Without Cassia? Yeah, let's do this without Cassia. And we have Psycho trinkets for Heinrix. We should equip him with that. I wanted to check on her bolter. Yeah, that would be double the damage. To make the combat, the Vera gains the shadow field effect. While under this effect, the Vera counts as being in full cover against all range attack. The effect is lost when the Vera is hit by a range attack and suffers damage from it. But for her, when the Vera kills the target with a single range attack for the first time in the combat, the Vera immediately gains an additional attack this round. And the steady plus 10 ballistic skill. We want that plus 10 because on a target with a single range attack for the first time in combat. If it was every time she killed someone with a ranged attack, that would be no-brainer. Okay, Heinrix. What's that? When the Vera kills their target with a melee attack, they always reduce their range. They're using a major data, they gain what damage until the end of their turn. No. Again, plus each time their abilities effect alive. This effect remains until the end of combat stacks. No, there was another psychic trinket. At the start of every combat, the Vera's allies gain defense equal to the Vera's psi rating. Whenever ally suffers any damage and loses non-temporary wounds, this effect is removed from that ally. Well, he had nothing in there, and let's put a headwear on his. The very successful single attack inflicts stun on the target for 1 round. The target fails a willpower test with a -5 penalty. And we have better grenades than that, than these. That's more like it. Okay, any other trinket? Some headwear. Either weapon has base rate of fire. The weapon's rate of fire is increased. Okay. We do. What's that? Slow and clean. Let's put that on him. And that backpack is very interesting. While the Vera's weapon has 5 or more base rate of fire, it has a burst increased. That was the weapon again. And no, we want more shots. We want more shots with the bolter. Oh, and the heavy bolter would be really, and we haven't found the heavy bolter yet. Because the Melta is good and nice, I don't feel that effective.
Lady Cassia, is something troubling you?
Lady Cassia is not here. Okay, something went awry with the dialogues.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Well, the vanquished combat machine obviously fell from a height. Too much time has passed now to determine the cause of the crash. The powerful smell of promethium lingers in the air around the burning mechanism. The machines were doused with the accelerant and set alight. I think the root of the final dome is here. The spikes have been fashioned from whatever their creators had to hand, not had at hand. The pitiful barricade is unlikely to stop anyone who is determined to get through. Okay, so this is the... We have some kind of... Can we go here? No, we can't. I don't think we can. Okay.
Keep your wits about you.
So this is our destination. Because that's convenient, because we can go back to the ship from there. Okay, let's move forward.
Is there money to be made?
The sentry wraps her eyes and gawps at you. One half of her face is covered with a bulky, rusty augment of unknown purpose. You came to rescue us. Praise the God Emperor, it reached you. The sorcerer's message reached others like him, may he rest in peace. We are most honored by your presence. Please come forward quickly out of darkness. The woman hurriedly checks a nearby lumen, her hands visibly shaking. Those creatures came from the dark, you see, but not for much longer, and now you're here. And Mistress Lichtenhardt has already found a way to help us. Heinrix Dory listens to the sentry's speech, takes a few steps forward and intently peers at her face as the woman herself freezes in fear. Then Heinrix scowls and cuts a glance at you. We need to hurry. Let's examine the sentry's face. The woman lurches backward under your scrutiny. Her eyes are red and swollen, and there are dark circles under them, suggesting a long run of sleepless nights. What's happening on the planet? It's terrible, my lord. I don't even know how to describe it. It's been what? How long has it been? A few months, probably. A few months of being plagued by these sorcerous beasts. As soon as night fell, they came, creeping right out of the shadows, black as soot. There's no stopping them. The only thing that's worked so far is keeping the fires burning and maintaining constant watch. And even with that, the creatures drag us off in once and twos the second we drop out of guard. Heinrix threw up his brow. Sorcerous creatures from the shadows. Could they be demons? That would explain the presence of dwarf anomalies in the system. A local breach. They do not appear very sturdy. Please, my lord, the sentry is on the verge of tears. Do you think we are trained guardsmen? We are from the expedition convoy. We have lived here for generations, and up to now the God Emperor has guarded us from misfortune. But now we have to fight. The survivors have all gathered in the tunnel. We handed out what weapons we have, but how is that supposed to help us against these butchers when we don't always know how to use our weapons? You mentioned an expedition. Yes, about 30 years back we were brought here with a load of clever people from some high-up adeptus or something or other. And we have lived here ever since. I've raised 4 kids here. 2 died at the excavation, 1 was taken by the monsters, but my youngest is still alive. Excavations. Perhaps the expedition or rather its objectives were what Emelina was interested in. Of course, the easiest option would to be asked her directly. The interrogator shoots you a pointed, impatient look. I wish to see Emelina Lichtenhardt. Princess Lichtenhardt is inside in the pit. You go on, don't be afraid. She will be there to properly greet you. We'll stand guard. Thanks to the Emperor for delivering you to us. Okay, so we don't have to save her. What's that? That shield, where does it come from? The creatures, they're coming. Weapons ready and God Emperor preserves us. Are these Dark Eldars? Again? Like they are the... I don't remember the names.
Scum! You don't belong in this
Mandrake.
galaxy.
Maybe. Mandrake, yes. Oh, it's so tempting to just go there.
Just designate a target.
I will. Don't you worry about it.
This tedium is beneath me.
Opening.
If it serves your cause. No weakness is hidden from my sight. I understand your fortune favors the swift.
What's that? And at the end of the combat, the target ally increases their movement points by 6, their agility by 6, and their AP by 1. Can we target Heinrix himself? Yes, he
But
can.
of course, Lord Captain. I'll put my
there.
psychic abilities to use.
And charge him.
Let's see to it. Nothing stands against me.
Let's do a defensive stance. And eliminate that.
I hear you moving. No more.
What's this Bale Blast?
Reading damage to bulk.
We have to kill these things quickly. And we have to spread out.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone.
Wow, 6 bullets.
doubt is for the weak. You, my emperor!
Run and gun.
As the emperor can... Faith without deeds is worthless.
Nice.
I'll do it.
High momentum.
Follow my lead. It will be done.
Oh, he can dodge.
Forth on Valencia!
Then dodge this. Actually, he can dodge this. We have seen that before.
Indeed. It will be done. At your beck and call. Grey hair, sure hair.
And let's go into a defensive stance. Oh, we should have checked Heinrix's armor situation. Let's put the bounty on him.
Who, if not me?
And let's finish
I'll
him
make
up.
it happen.
Oscar.
My vow is to serve.
Make him a bounty.
The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all.
Moving there. Even there.
The tactical narrative dictates. Running by Nerric override, combat is an equation. Your life is a negligible variable.
Rush!
Swift and silent.
Let's go there.
I am not your Xenos pet, monkey.
And try to kill him.
No weakness is hidden from my sight. If it serves your cause.
High momentum.
Naturally. The Inquisition sends their regard. Be gone.
We don't have full momentum.
I'll see our foes.
Oh, yes, we can. We can use that. Okay.
for the throne's glory.
So not bad, could be better, to be perfectly honest. Let's some regeneration new, and that's it.
Vengeance will be swift.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Going around.
Guided by faith. I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Maybe we can knock one of them out.
This is why I was chosen.
I will do like you.
Strike first.
Well struck. It will be done. Victory is imminent.
Okay, now let's end that guy.
I'll see to it personally. On it.
And use the
I'll make it happen. Who if not me?
Well, I believe if we fire there with Abala's new ability, we won't hurt him.
But not by much.
Your Messiah condemns you.
I took care of this one.
It worked.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
Okay. Well, the Overseer is still alive, but I think not for long. Yeah.
This tedium is I deal death with my hands. I understand
That's
your
the last
intent.
one. Yeah. That's the last one.
If it serves your cause.
Scorn.
Another soul slips beyond the veil.
Okay, fresh
I'm
injuries.
restless.
Sister,
The
take care
pain
of
will
that.
subside.
Your assistance is much appreciated.
Let me tend to your wounds.
The healing is much appreciated.
Let's see what can we collect. Yeah. Move everything there. And now we will enter a tunnel, but only
What deeds await us?
in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I see you in the next. Bye!